Cryptic got started a year back in 2000.
Founders sort of met at a party.
I think it started like somehow like in a poker game.
The directors met at some party.
A lot of details that I'm not privy to, and possibly some drinks later. They sort of settled on making a superhero game.
Cryptic Studios got its start, if you can believe it or not, in a graduate class in history at Ohio State University. I was working on my PhD in Greek and Latin, and I ran into a student in ancient history. He was working on his master's. His name was Rick Dakin. And I happened to notice in his backpack a gaming supplement. And it turned out he had written that supplement. So he and I became really good friends, and as time passed, we ended up actually writing freelance some gaming supplements together. Rick had a tremendous idea. He's like, you know, this EverQuest thing, this Ultima Online thing, it's awesome. But what if he made a game about superheroes? Now this seemed obvious to me, a big hit. Rick and I, we had this ancient history background. We wanted to call the company Cryptea, which is a secret society in Sparta of warriors. Well, the other guys thought that was kind of goofy and just said, well, how about Cryptic?
Champions actually came from a paper and pencil RPG that was released in 1981.
The great thing about Champions having 25 or more years of existing for that long is it's got a rich history, and you can find just about any type of character for any type of story you want to tell.
One of the things Champions role-playing game was known for was its customization, like the total flexibility in making exactly the types of powers that you want.
As far as the reference material from the Champions game and the Heroes guys, they did a great job establishing this universe and this world with this rich backstory and all this crazy, you know, typical comic book shenanigans. But when we got the game, we really wanted to update it and make it feel a little more modern. But at the same time, we also really wanted to keep a traditional comic look to it. So we've still got your classic 4-color style and your a lot of heroes in tights.
We have about 28 years worth of characters and places, villains, heroes, and lore, and actually game mechanics that have vetted through hundreds of thousands, if not millions of players. The whole concept of customization really stems from that paper and pencil game. And also because we have this huge, rich world just full of lore and knowledge to pass on to our players, it's a fantastic way to have this amazingly complex world that we can actually have people kind of explore and learn with us as they go through the game.
When all that is a resource that people know and love for decades now, and to be able to draw from that and instantly begin implementing is really a terrific feeling.